Hi guys, welcome back for another Star Trek Starships collection review. This time I have issue 44, the Intrepid. Got this from my local comic book store today. My normal subscription that I would have gotten by now has not come. It has not arrived yet. And Eaglemoss has informed me that there's been a bit of delay because they're apparently moving warehouses or something like that. So so when I saw it in the comic shop, I decided to pick it up because I've been waiting around for it, and I'm looking forward to this one. So here it is, in the bag as they come, if you get them from magazine shops or comic shops. So let's open this thing up. Oh, wow. And we have our ship in the box, so we'll put that aside. And here's our magazine. Alright, so here it is. The Intrepid, the United Earth Starfleet Intrepid. Great image of the ship on the cover. Alright, so it is Intrepid type, launched in the 22nd century. It is 165 meters long, and it has phase cannons for weaponry. Not a lot, apparently. Turn the page, and you have the contents of the magazine, and showing you how to test the model to the stand, as well as some more specifications. It is operated by the United Earth Starfleet in the early 22nd century. Again, 165 meters long approximately, with phase cannons and torpedo launchers for weaponry, and its captain is Captain Ramirez. Turning the page, we have another good image of the ship, which I believe is the same one as the cover, along with some text about the episode. Oh, and there's Captain Ramirez down there at the bottom. More screenshots of the ship from the episodes it's appeared in, as well as a little piece of trivia down there in the corner. And we have our centerfold page there, showing you where things are and what they do, as well as some other trivia and technical information around the sides. And the design and concept of the Intrepid, with some conceptual artwork there. You can see they're very close to the actual design that they ended up using. Some great text there. More conceptual art, including one that looks strikingly similar and familiar to the NX-01 Enterprise. And more text. And here's an interview with Robert Bonchun. I hope I said that right. Apparently he was the guy who did many of the Star Trek visual effects, supervising CG effects at both Foundation and Eden FX. And a little section about him and text, as well as some of the screenshots from some of the episodes that his work has been in, including, I believe, that's Message in a Bottle, and that might be Basics Part 1 with the Kazon Raider up there. I'm not sure. Some more screenshots with the Omega particle, I believe, and the Galaxy class starship seen at the right here is from the 100th episode of Voyager called Timeless, commanded by Captain Geordi LaForge in this alternate future. And there's the Delta Flyer, another ship we have in a collection that we got a few months ago. And our on-screen appearance page. Its first appearance was in The Expanse at the end of the second season. It's only been on Star Trek Enterprise, never in any other shows or movies, and it was designed by John Eaves. And I think its last appearance was in the episode Twilight, which was during the Xindi arc, if I remember correctly. And I think the nacelle was blown off too. Was that The Expanse or Twilight? I'm not really sure. I have to go back and look. So yeah, here it is with some great imagery. And there's the Intrepid getting its port nacelle blown off right there. And in the episode Twilight, the Intrepid was used to kind of help the fleet, help the survivors of Earth after it was supposedly destroyed in this alternate timeline in which the Xindi attacked Earth again and destroyed all of the remaining outposts from humanity. So yeah, the next issue will be the Malon export vessel, which is also waiting for me at the comic shop. I'll have to get that in a couple of days. So yeah, I look forward to sharing that with you as well. And it's nice to see the ships down here in the collection that they're advertising for Eaglemoss. Nice to look at them and go, oh, I have all of those. And on the back, we have the image of the ship. There it is. Sorry, my magazine's a little bent, but when they come in the bags, they kind of get that way. So yeah, let's put the magazine aside and let's get to the model itself. So here it is in the box, in the usual box with the Star Trek logos and font and symbol on the back of the box as usual. So let's open this thing up. First impression, aside from the big aroma of plastic and glue smell that comes out of the package. First impressions. It's a lot more heavier than I thought. Pretty good. The metal part is obviously the primary hull here, and the warp nacelles are obviously plastic. Very nice amount of detail on the underside there, especially there. You can definitely see the NX-01 influence if I can just pull out one of them and see. I don't know what to do with it. Come on, help me out here. Nope, that's not it. Here it is. Intrepid and the NX-01 for a side-by-side comparison. So here's our NX-01 and here's our Intrepid. So you can definitely see the family resemblance, so to speak. You can obviously tell they're from the same era. You know, of course, this model and ship has a little bit more detail because we saw it on screen in every episode. And the Intrepid was only seen in maybe 2 or 3 episodes at most. So there really wasn't a whole lot of detail that I can think of. And I don't really recall there ever being any other mentions of it after that or before that. So, but yeah, getting back to this has some nice little detail. It's even got some, I guess, paint job on the nacelle there, if the camera can focus. Yeah, this is a really decent model. I was really looking forward to this. This is probably one of the ships that, aside from this Eaglemoss collection, that we would probably never ever get. And that's simply because Enterprise was probably the least favorite of the Star Trek series to the fans. I always liked it. Granted, I was too busy dealing with other things while it was on the air. But in retrospect, and in the years that followed, I went back and bought them all on DVD at the time and watched them all. And now that they're all on Blu-ray, they just look absolutely fantastic. The episodes, that is. But this ship looks really good. To be honest with you, when I saw the image that Ben put up on the Facebook page a few months ago, I must admit I was a little disappointed. And many other people were too. And I think that was mostly due to the fact that there wasn't a whole lot of detail showing in the image. Maybe it was just the way the photography was or the lighting of the picture itself. I don't know. But the ship didn't really look that good. But now that I have it physically in front of me and in my hand, I must say I'm pretty impressed with it. Of course, oddly enough, there's no registry or anything on there, which was a bit of a disappointment, but you never really got to see this ship really up close. I mean, you saw it when it's got its nacelle blown off, and you saw it in the fleet, that was fighting the Zindi, but that's really about it. You didn't really get a whole lot of Intrepid action other than that. But this model is really good. I'm very, very pleased with it, especially for its size. And you got the bottom area, and it's been noted that there's a bit of a shuttle bay or a cargo bay area back there. I don't know if that was just a fault of the model, or maybe it was just an actual shuttle bay or cargo bay area back there. That was never really explained in the magazine or in any of the episodes, so we're just going to assume, I'm just going to assume, that that's where either they have their shuttle pods or, you know, work bees or whatnot. But this ship looks really good. I'm very, very happy with this. Of course, you have the red for the Bussard collectors there, or ram scoops, or warp coils as they're called in this timeline. So this is really, really good. There could have been a little bit of detail right here in this section of the ship, but that's not a major issue there. The deflector dish is painted gold, but they could have made it a little bit more like the NX-01 with a little bit of a needle sticking out. But other than that, and other than the fact that there's really no Starfleet markings on the ship to identify it as an Earth ship, you know, that's probably the only thing I don't like about this model. But other than that, I'm really happy with it. It's clearly of Starfleet design, a clear and obvious ancestor to the eventual Federation starships that would appear in the original series and in the other series of movies. So this is definitely a worthy ancestor to those ships. And it's nice to have this in the collection. So a special thank you to Eaglemoss for hooking us fans up with these ships. So thank you, Ben. Thank you, Eaglemoss. Again, if you were not a Star Trek fan, or if you were not a fan of Enterprise, you probably wouldn't get this ship, and this ship would probably never be released otherwise. So this one is definitely for the fans. And again, if you're a fan of Star Trek Enterprise, I would definitely pick this up. If you're in it for all the Earth/Federation starships, I would definitely pick this up. If you're not an Enterprise fan, you know, pick it up for completion purposes, I guess, just to say you have it. And of course, if you're an Enterprise fan, then definitely get them. Or if you're just subscribing and you're just gonna have everything like I am, then definitely get it. But yeah, it's very cool. Very, very happy with it. So that's the back, top, the side, port side, top, the underside, and the front view there. So yeah, that's the Intrepid, and as usual, it comes with this stand, which simply says the Intrepid on the bottom there. So that's that, and of course it comes with the plastic stand that goes on top of it. So yeah, that's the Intrepid. Next time you'll see me, I should have the Malon ship, which ought to be interesting. So I look forward to sharing that with you wonderful folks. So until then, I'll catch you guys later. Be safe and live long and prosper. And this is the first Star Trek Starships video that I have done post the death of Star Trek and famous film composer James Horner. So our thoughts and prayers, and my thoughts and prayers, go out to him and his family. It's no secret that I am a huge film music fan. Outside of being a fan of the Trek music, especially, I've been collecting film music and soundtracks since I was a kid, and the music of James Horner, Trek and otherwise, has been a big influence in my life personally. So I hope he's out there listening, and I pray pray for him and his family, especially his family and those who were close to him during this difficult time. So thank you, James Horner, for all the gift of music that you have given us. And so yeah, I guess I'll catch you guys later. Live long and prosper. Be well. Talk to you later.